because I had to have been looking at well beyond 4 feet or so above what was the elbow. This arm was heavily covered in what seemed to be thick blackish-brown fur. When its head moved into view, we could see a portion of its body through the root ball of the downed tree. It was then that we knew it had a body and it was standing upright. It looked like a big gorilla, but of course we all know that there are no gorillas present here or anywhere else in Canada. And even if one somehow fell onto Earth here, it would never survive the climate. This was a Bigfoot, the hairy man himself. The head had somewhat longer hair on it, and when it started flipping its head left and right like it was going crazy, we could see the long hair flipping back and forth. It looked like some lead guitarist in the middle of some mad jam session. It was doing this twitching motion so fast that it was hard to comprehend why it would do so, but it was. Then it quickly moved away from the roots and began running into the woods. And it was doing so leading with its arms and hands, just like plowing everything out of its way. It was like a whirlwind activity, parting the brush as it pushed forward through the undergrowth. It was basically slapping saplings and brush aside with seemingly no regard for getting hurt. Seeing it was very bizarre indeed. We could clearly see, when it moved from the cover of the roots, that everything about its body was extra large. The biceps and forearms looked like tree limbs. Its upper thighs, from front to back, must have been 16 inches deep, and its butt cheeks stuck out well beyond the thickness of its thighs, completely different than a human's buttock appears. It was very tall, well-formed, and muscular. I would also estimate the shoulders to be 4 to 5 feet in width, because I saw it at virtually a quarter angle before it disappeared into the woods. You have to understand that the undergrowth is so thick in some of these areas that all you had to do was step into it 10 feet, if you could, and you would vanish from sight. At no time did it show its teeth, but as most people already know or have heard, its hands and feet were extremely long. And I did notice when the feet were lifted as it stepped that the bottoms looked like a flat leather shoe sole with fur coming down the edges. We could faintly hear it thrashing away for a fair amount of time, and then it was silent. Of course, we don't know if it had broken into a clearing or if it was just too far away at that point, but the encounter was over. Well, folks, trying to give you a little taste of the hairy man this week. Again, I apologize for my brother WJ and I for running into some serious technical difficulties. This is the first time in over 100 episodes, and we just wanted to give you a little taste of the hairy man to tie you over until midweek when we drop another full episode. So, if you're out there in the forest of Toronto and you're going hiking with your 2 small children, always make sure that you're carrying more gun than you think you're going to need. Ta-ta. And sleep tight.